So the first round. Toronto, Memphis. Boston, Mexico City, Austin, Minneapolis, and Miami, Brooklyn. Toronto with 2 injuries. Memphis with an injury due to Samovic. Miami fully healthy. Brooklyn with an injured Aduak. Boston still with an injured Maraya. Mexico City, no injuries. Austin fully healthy. For Minneapolis, Wycus will play through a 1-day injury. Let's simulate this date. And an overtime game in Brooklyn as Miami takes a 1-0 series lead. Let's see the box scores really quickly. Miami with a 5-man lineup. Only 7 players actually played. Hey, Grady. Mini. Yeah, they won game 1.
This better be on. Let's go, Mini. Let's go. Clap, clap.
Clap, clap. 46 points from Joel Bryson, giving Brooklyn not, well, a fighting effort, but not a win. Toronto, despite injuries, defeating Memphis, taking a 1-0 series lead. Mexico City, huge win here. And Minneapolis, 3-point win over Austin. For the Blizzard, 37 points from Liam. And that's it. Second highest, 13 from Morena. How you doing, Grady? Super busy lately. And durable. Game 2. Day 2. First one, yeah. And overtime in game 2. And a double overtime in Brooklyn. Damn. First, let's see Memphis tying the series after a 120-97 win. 30 points from Edwin, 21-11 from Stuffle. Boston just completely lost out there. The Blizzard 106-98 overtime game. Barrow forcing overtime with 15 seconds on the clock. 25 points from Carlson. Jennings double-double, 19 and 10, and double-double Liam, 14 and 12. 33 points, 12 rebounds from Tadej Zakel. And Brooklyn, after double overtime, 116-107. 38 points from Bryson Dobbs, 13 points, 17 assists. 16 and 14 from Coffee, Waduk, 7 and a lot of double-doubles for Brooklyn. And they kept the game alive as well. Both times it was Brooklyn forcing overtime. Crazy. So let's see, 2 tied series and 2 series where the higher seed has the lead. And Toronto taking a 2-1 series lead. Brooklyn also taking a lead here. And Minneapolis and Mexico City taking 3-0 leads, looking to perform a sweep. Let's not check out the box scores this time around. It's going to take a long time. But on Pastor, for the Aztecs, Pastor was the best performance with 9 points, 4 blocks, 3 steals. Really? Anyways, right now... Oh, never mind. It's the first round. Yeah, Mini moves on. Hey, Naz. How you doing? Best of 5. Yeah. Yeah. There's a delay, so I'm going to realize that in like 12 seconds or something. But yeah, Mexico City and Minneapolis move on. Mexico City will play against Philadelphia, and the Blizzard will play against the Lowriders. Mod battle. Grady versus MG. Let's see here. Toronto moving on, eliminating Memphis. And Miami tying the series, so Brooklyn still not safe. 38 points, 15 rebounds from Edwin was not enough. Yeah. Good luck against that. So Toronto will be Chicago's round 2 opponent, and let's see who will be playing against Washington in round 2. Let's watch the game quarter by quarter. 39-35 halftime. Not a great showing by either team. Oh, there we go. A bit more high scoring. Miami with a 13-point lead. Lead is down to 6 points now. Down to 3. Bryson 3-pointer to tie the game, and it's good. 85-85. Miami possession now. 37 seconds remaining. McCullough shot at the rim for Miami. Throws it down on Bryson. 2-point lead Miami. Bryson to tie the game again. No good. Theodorus grabs the rebound for Miami, and it's a timeout. Foul on Tom Green. 2 free throws for DiVincenzo. Sings the first and the second. Miami 4-point lead. And Green throws it down on Alton Top, and the lead is down to 2 points. 10 seconds on the game clock. And now 2 free throws again for Dante. Dante with 31 points, 11 rebounds. And 9th and 10th free throw attempt. And Miami with a 3-point lead. Completely within reach for the Brooklyn Bagels. Greg Coffey to tie the game. He bricks it. Any rebounds? Oh, nope. That's it. In the end, some drama, but Miami comes out on top and eliminates the Brooklyn Bagels. The 10 seed moves on. GG's. So there we go. End of round 1. 2 upsets. The 8 seed and the 7 seed getting eliminated. And now the top 4 are in play. And Philadelphia with a lower team rating than Mexico City, actually. Yes, there's your lineup. Jennings got injured. Plantar fasciitis. Let me know if you want to make any lineup changes. All right. Let's go. Game 1 of the second round. No upsets here. 121 to 91. Chicago win. Washington 121 to 73. Even more dominant. Philadelphia over Mexico City, thanks to Abu, and LA 15-point win over Minneapolis. So there is that. End of game 1. Game 2. Yeah, huge advantage for the 1, 2, and 3 seed. The 4 and 5 is a lot closer. Let's see how this goes. Oof, 105 to 59. Yeah, the 9 seed not looking too great. But still, 2-0 lead for all of the top 4. A very close game here, though. Yeah, almost had it. Almost came back in the 4th.
Let's go Mini, let's go clap clap, let's go Mini,
Imagine
let's
if
go.
Jennings wasn't injured. But yeah, 20 from yielded him, 19 off the bench from Chiquillo. Saves them. But yeah, not even close. The other 3 matches are not even close. And now, home court advantage for the lower seeds. I'm not sure if it's going to matter much, besides maybe Mexico City and Minneapolis. And Mexico City takes advantage of it. 28 points, 14 rebounds. Lottery luck for Nuz, hopefully. Is he gonna read that out? I don't know how he would. Another close game. 5-point difference here in Minneapolis. Yeah, very close games. Alexander Jones, 32 points, 16 rebounds in the win for Washington. And yep. 3-0 leads all around. Actually, except for Philadelphia and Mexico City. So it's how many sweeps? I think we'll have 2 sweeps. I think Minneapolis will have a gentleman sweep. But we'll see. Nope. No gentleman in that series. But Mexico City, the Aztecs tie the series. Well, yeah, sorry, Grady. Didn't happen. And a very close game in Miami. But Washington comes out on top and completes the sweep. So now the only series that remains is Mexico City versus Philadelphia. Tied series, 2 apiece. So let's find out. I don't think there are new injuries. Well, Kevin Thomas is injured. He got injured in game 2, I believe. Torn meniscus, no overall drop, but also wasn't that crucial for Philadelphia. Played it. Yeah, 2 games, didn't really matter much. Game 3, and the Aztecs take game 3. Philadelphia, yet again cursed as the top 4. I believe they have the most round to eliminations as one of the top 4 seeds. 111 to 106. Mexico City takes the win here. 19 and 8 from Lasme, who got injured. 19 off the bench from Hamilton. Abo 27 points, 15 rebounds. Langomorthy 14 points, 18 assists. At age 35, very crisp ball of him. Let's see game 6. Let's actually go quarter by quarter here. Might have something interesting. Big lead at halftime for the Aztecs. 14 points from Pastor. Grady 10, 12 from Moldoviano. 13 points for Langomorthy as he leads Philadelphia in scoring. But they're down by 20 at the end of the third, and it's not looking too great. And it seems like we'll have the Mexico City Aztecs versus the Chicago Whirlwinds in the semifinals. Yep, 121 to 110, as Mexico City wins the series 4-2. GG's. Sorry to Philadelphia, who still have the longest playoff streak, and it's going to continue for a long time, I believe. 26 seasons in a row of making the playoffs. Alright, down to 4 teams, soon to be only 2. Most of us expecting Washington versus Chicago in the finals, but maybe we see some upsets. We'll find out soon. Injury check. No injuries here. Luckily for both teams. Right now I'm thinking if I should just do the daily sims or if I should do like live sims. I should do daily sims for now. And 2 very close games. 96 to 88 in the Chicago-Mexico City series, and 109 to 101 as Washington takes a series lead. Chicago only playing 9 players. And all of their starting lineup scoring double digits. Hatziveretas, 23 points, 3 blocks, 3 steals, 12 points, 17 rebounds for Clemenson, 4 assists and a steal and a block. Pretty crazy. As for Washington, in their win, Shelley. Hey Breeze. Wait, what? That's not gonna happen, man. 18 points, double for Shelley with 13 rebounds, 24 from Scott Jones. 6th man of the year. Now, in the starting lineup. For Los Angeles, yielded him 21 points, 14 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. Very efficient. And 20 points and assists and rebounds from Ezekiel Shaw, along with 4 blocks. So the 1 and 2 seed. You lost the second game of the play-in. You beat Seattle, but lost to Boston. Yes. So you are in the lottery. Alright, game 2 of the semifinals. Chicago wins and Washington wins again. Not a close game in Chicago, but in Washington pretty close. Yet again by single digits. This time around, only 2 players scoring in double digits for Mexico City, and only 4 players scoring more than 5 points. 6 players. But one of them was garbage time, so does it really count? 21 rebounds from Clemenson. Oh, that's a big one. For LA, Akintoye Monu got injured by the end of the game. They did try to attempt a comeback, but didn't manage to fully complete it. 37 points from Alexander Jones, 12 rebounds, 19 points, 12 rebounds from Shelley, 26 points from Coldebella, who was hot from the floor, and 5 for 7 for 3. A perfect 5 for 7. Now we have 2-2 leads, and let's see. I do believe LA now has a decent shot. Not so sure about Mexico City at winning a game. Overtime in Mexico City, and yeah, not a close game in Los Angeles. But here, Joe Rogan Jr. made a basket to force overtime, but it was not enough to save the Aztecs. 29 points from Hatziretas, who fouled out after playing 35 minutes. 14 points, 18 rebounds from Clemenson, 3 steals and a block. Whoops. Wait, what? How is it usually sorted? Damn it. Not at all. Cancel? Abort. Okay. Yeah. Did not do that. Let's just do it. So, Pastor, 22 points. Nah, I hate it. But yeah, no double levels, interestingly. 8 steals as a team compared to 10. 8 blocks as well. But couldn't block them from winning the game. And Washington, very comfortable win in Los Angeles. 17 points, 21 rebounds from Alexander Jones. Alright, will we be witnessing 2 sweeps now in the semifinals, as it's a very top-heavy season, the 40th season in CDLA. And Mexico City survives. LA is the one that gets swept. Interesting. 9-point win for Mexico City. No injuries to Chicago. 1 for Mexico City. No one's going more than 15. Chicago had a decent game as well, but not good enough, apparently, to beat Mexico City. 15 points from Joe Rogan Jr. And Moldoviano had their highest game score. Got injured after and had 11 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists in 16 minutes. Washington completing the sweep. Alexander Jones, 33 points, 11 rebounds. Scott Jones, 9 points, 10 assists, 4 turnovers, damn. Shelley, 15 points, 14 rebounds. For Los Angeles, yielded him 20 points, 9 rebounds, 20 points from Monu. Not much else. The bench was solid, Chiquillo and Winfield. Who's gonna win? Why is it pod? Maybe? We'll see. Also, hey Jay-Z, but who knows? Washington has a solid team. They had the #1 spot for month 1 and 2. But Chicago is just very, very consistent, so I actually have them as favorites. We'll see. Actually, let's go to the fourth quarter if anything interesting happens. Pretty close game. 31 points from Savchenko. 16 from Pastor. 12 off the bench from Yoshilo. 20 from Hatzireta's 5 turnovers for him as well. But yeah, 6 minutes into the fourth, and it's a 1-point game. 3 minutes later, and it's a 10-point difference. Chicago in the lead. I don't think Mexico City can catch up, and that's going to be a gentleman sweep here. 113 to 100 as Chicago moves on to their 5th finals in a row. 33 points from Savchenko, 23 and 7 from Hatzireta's Clemenson, 20 points, 11 rebounds. 19-19 from Rogan Jr. and Pastor. And not a repeat of the finals. So in their 5 finals so far, they've only had the same opponent once, which was Miami. All right. Quick injury check. Chicago with the advantage, with the higher team rating and the home court advantage. Let's see, game 1. Chicago with the slight lead here in the first quarter. Oh, this is new. It used to only have 1 quarter and then it would update with each quarter as we entered it. So this must have been in an update. Washington slightly behind. Let's go Washington.
Let's go Washington, let's go clap clap.
It's a pretty close game though. At halftime, and a quarter. So at halftime, 55-53, Chicago up by 2. For Chicago, 21 points from Savchenko, Hatzireta's 11, 10 and 6 from Sienda, and not 3 fouls, 3 fouls for Clemenson. 18 points from Coldebella, 4 for 7 for 3. Alexander Jones, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 10 points from Jermaine Obi off the bench. 9 points from Chris McCarter, damn, in 7 minutes under the third. And yeah, 35-19, third quarter. Pretty comfortable lead for Chicago now. Can the Monuments catch up? I don't think so. 6 minutes to go, down by 15. Although maybe. Down by 10. 2.5 minutes to go. No. 40 seconds to go, down by 17. That's it. Chicago up by 1. 31 points from Savchenko. Hatzireta's 22. 7 points, but 12 rebounds and 3 blocks from Clemenson. Sorry, I forgot to enable those. I'll compensate you guys for this. I'll play them for you. So that's Chicago up by 1. Let's do Grady's first.
Due to your sheer incompetence, you have costed the league a wonderful accomplishment that has been all I've strived for and found joy in here for the past year of my life. For your own incompetence to rob me of the joy and love of accomplishing this goal is incredibly saddening and makes me incredibly angry.
And then Breeze.
If you sleep, you take an L.
There you go. Now, close game yet again. Chicago and Washington now with a slight lead. 10 points from Alexander Jones. I need to find a nickname for him. 7 rebounds as well. 11 points from Sue Ma off the bench. Chicago looking like they're struggling now in game 2. The Monuments with a double-digit lead, which is slowly disappearing. And never mind, it's back on the menu. Entering the second half, they are up by double digits. 18 points from Scott Jones, 6th man of the year. 20 points from Xiandao on Chicago's side. But they are back, down only by 3 points. Approaching the fourth quarter now. The game is yet again within single digits. Entering the final quarter of the game now. 13 rebounds from Shelley, 13 from Alexander Jones, 15 from Suema off the bench points, I mean. Definitely a better bench performance for Washington now. 6 minutes until the end of the game. Washington with a comfortable lead, looking to tie the series and seal a win away from home. There we go, series tied. Man of the match, Scott Jones, 22 points, 10 assists. Double-double for him. 3 rebounds and a steal, 0 turnovers. 28 points on the losing side for Zhang Xianda. Double-double for Clemenson, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 1 steal and 3 blocks. The reigning 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Shelley did better. 1 steal, 4 blocks, 14 points, 13 rebounds. Oh, to be fair, I think Shelley deserved it over Clemenson this season. I don't think he retires. He is 48 overall, 41 years old. I think he still has at least 1 season in him. You mean the ones in Seattle? And game 3 of the finals. Now in Washington, Chicago with a slight lead at the start of the game, but it's back to being a close game, but not a very high scoring one. Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood, Breeze. You were talking about Clemenson. 12 points from Alexander Jones, but not much from the other players. I think Washington might be in trouble, but Chicago is also struggling this game. 0 points from Clemenson, only 3 from Xiandao, 0 from Ehlert. We might be watching a very low scoring game 3. I got a message, but the phone is so far away. And it's Spunta Lady. And back to the game. Oh, halftime. Tied game at halftime of the first game was 55-53 in Chicago's favor. Now 53 apiece. Let's see here. Hatsiretas leading Chicago in scoring with 17, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. Very interesting stat line. 20 points though. 19.6 rebounds from Alexander Jones, 4 points, 4 fouls for Braden Shelley. 17 points now from Coldabella. Now off the bench from Suema, Obi 3, Halvard Wallem 9 points off the bench. As we're still in a very close game, Chicago with a slight lead now, up by 6, 1 minute to go until the fourth quarter, still up by 6. But the Monuments trying to catch up. Chicago looking to get even with Washington after losing game 2 at home, trying to steal a game away from home now, but I don't know if they'll be able to do so. Washington is back in the game, tied game, and now pretty much on the seesaw. 4.5 minutes to go, 107 to 106. Chicago up by 1, up by 3 now, 3:47 to go. Yeah, let's slow down a little bit. Lead is down to 1. This time around, 26 points from Hatsiretas, 28 from Savchenko out of nowhere. Or did I miss it earlier? Gab Tuna, 13 points off the bench. Stepping up big time off the bench. Coldabella, 31 points. Jones, 26 points, 13 rebounds. Shelley might fall out soon. 2 minutes to go. It's 111 to 111. Who's going to take the first lead? Jones gives Washington a 1-point lead. Misses the second free throw. Clemenson grabs the rebound. 1 minute 28 to go. Xiandao misses a low post shot. Shelley rebound. Coldebella mid-range shot. And it's good. 3-point lead Washington. Ehlert low post shot. No good. Which means Jones grabs the rebound. Washington must have Scott Jones for a 5-point lead. Gets fouled by Aguian. Stings the first and the second. 5-point lead Washington. 46 to go. Timeout Chicago. Xiandao throws it down on Braden Shelley. No fouls. Alexander Jones shot at the rim. Blocked by Savchenko. 18 seconds to go. Ehlert rebound. Xiandao 3-pointer to tie the game, and it's good. 9 seconds to go. Jones Liverpool shot for the lead at the buzzer for the win. And Washington takes a 2-1 series lead. What a shot by Alexander Jones. Just another Jones in Washington Monuments history to score some buzzer beaters. JT Jones, now Alexander Jones. 20 years separated. Or is it 30 years apart? 29 points from the hero this time around. 14 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. And a game winner. Why would Grady cry? It wasn't against Grady. Yeah, Washington has 2 Joneses. I don't know who the next one is. Oh, we don't have one. Maybe 4 years from now. How many Joneses do we have? There's also Josh Jones, 23-year-old on New York. The 60s. There was also Garrett Jones, but not on Washington. But what a finish to the game. Also, I'm glad I found the right the play speed. I don't even know what to call it. It was perfect for commentating. Yeah, I feel like he would freeze. All right, game 4 is it? Washington up 2-1. So it should be around here now. Too fast. All right. Let's see here. Washington with a slight lead to start game 4. Being played in Washington, let's not forget. Hayball, 6 points already. 7 from Coldebella. Shelley with 5. Coldebella 10
What
points.
What?
What the nuzz? Oh, huge first quarter for Washington. Up by 20, 37 to 17. End of the first. And 37 to 17. First quarter. Chicago crumbling. Let's see if they can pick themselves up in the second quarter now. (48 to 22). 13 points from Suema off the bench. 8 from Shelley and Jones. Chicago 34% from the field. 21. 3 for 14. 3 for 15 for 3. Down by 23 at this point. 2.5 minutes until halftime. Chicago down by 20. 64 to 54. Oh, never mind. It's not halftime, basically. Yeah, too fast. But in halftime, down by 19. At least slightly less than 20. 67 to 48. 20 points off the bench from Suema. But the lead might start disappearing now. It's already down to 14 as Chicago starts a small run of 5-0, and now no one scores in 4 minutes. Only 5 points scored by Chicago, 0 by Washington in 4 minutes of the third quarter. 8-2 run, and it continues. Lead is down to 11 points now. 19 from Clemenson Of all people, Clemenson had to start scoring. But Washington picks themselves up now in the third. 25 from Suwim off the bench. The game of his career. But will it be enough? He really needs to step it up now. This third quarter is turning out to be quite worrisome for the Monuments. Clemenson 21 points, 11 from Savchenko and Hatzveretas, and the lead is back up to 17 and 20. Yeah, never mind. The end of the third was good for Washington. 28 points. So we're at 31 points now. 7 minutes to go. Colabella 21 points. Scott Jones 9, 15 from Hayball, and it's garbage time for Washington with 6 minutes to go as they're up 109 to 83, and Chicago gave up as well. Finals game 4, 5.5 minutes to go, and Chicago, the 4-time reigning champs, gave up as Washington takes a 3-1 series lead in the finals. Chicago in their 5th finals in a row. They have never lost more than two finals sweeps. One only dropped a game, and last season dropped 2 games in a very close series against Los Angeles, and now feeling very vulnerable as the Monuments take a 3-1 series lead. No injuries for either team. Alright, let's set up a prediction. Now, why can't I see it properly? I need to do it on the website. Let's start a prediction if we'll have a 3-1 sweep. 3-1 lead blown. Start a prediction. So, the prediction is, will Washington blow a 3-1 lead? Yes. No. I'll give you guys a minute. There you go. So you have a minute to predict. And then we begin. Actually, I'm just gonna begin. Game 5. Oh damn, Grady predicting the 3-1 lead blown. Anyways, the first elimination game of the finals. Four and a half minutes in the first. Monuments up by 7, 21 to 14. A lot of support in the chat for Washington. Reasonably so, as they're on the verge of defeating the Goliath, that is the 4-time reigning champs, the Chicago Whirlwinds. Hatzveretas 15 points for Chicago, and yeah, they're fully back in the game now, really, as the Monuments are struggling to score. No one's scoring more than 7 points, and we're more than halfway, almost halfway through the second quarter. 0 points from Scott Jones, who's struggling this time around, and 3 assists, 0 turnovers, I guess, but that's, I guess, the team's fault for not scoring. 35% from the field. But it's still a pretty close game, as Chicago isn't that much better. It's just Hatzveretas, basically. They do have a slight advantage. So far, the game is being played in Chicago, so they have a slight home court advantage. However, that lead, as we enter the second half of the game, turns into a 20-point lead. And this game looks like a foregone conclusion already. 86 to 57. Is it already garbage time in the third quarter? But no, Washington has not given up yet. They still fight on. 29 points from Hatsuredas. 14 from Ehlert. 15 from Clemenson. But Chicago most likely will be winning this game 5. Reducing the series lead down to 3 to 2. And yeah, garbage time, 4 minutes to go. Washington still has 2 games to seal the championship. Might be able to do that. We'll see. In the end, 29 points from Hatsuredas. Double-double for Sasu Ehlert in the win. 16 points, 10 rebounds. 13 points, 9 rebounds for Savchenko. And garbage time was actually quite good for the Chicago bench. 13 points by Wallem on Washington as well. Alright, game 6. Will we have a game 7 finals? Washington definitely hopes not. I believe there are no injuries. No. So let's go. Game 6 of the finals. Washington's final home game of the series. If they lose this one, we're going to move to a deciding game 7 away from home. Right now, 26 to 19. Slight lead for the Monuments as we approach the end of the first quarter. And Alexander Jones already playing a lot better. 15 points in the first quarter for the man. 7 points from Anthony Hayball. Chicago, Savchenko with 14 points now, halfway through the second quarter. Hatsuredas 9 points. Clemenson 2 fouls already. Only a whole 2 fouls by the whole team for Washington. 20 points now. But the game is still pretty close. 54 to 52. 16 from Savchenko keeping Chicago alive. 8 off the bench by Chris McCarter. 18 from Hayball. It's basically Hayball and Jones at this point. At halftime, Chicago with the Washington with the only slight lead, 65 to 59. Third quarter now, 8 minutes remaining. 28 from Jones. It's not just pot, it's pot after 4 rings, yeah. Let's see, they're just trying, at this point they can't really pull away by much, but they're trying to keep their lead until the end of the game, and so far they're succeeding. With Scott Jones putting up somewhat of an effort. Coldabella, very cold, 5 for 15. Hatsuredas, though, really struggling, as that's the one player Chicago needs the most. The MVP, All-Star MVP, 3-point contest champion this season only, I forgot well, but they're back in the game, 7 minutes to go. The game is almost tied, maybe it was tied for a second. 30 points from Jones, 18 from other Jones and Hayball. 8 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds from Braden Shelley, as Washington has a 6-point lead now, 1-15 down to 4 again. So they're still back to that slightly less than double-digit lead. And never mind, 117 to 107, 3 minutes 50 seconds to go. Slow it down a little bit. All right, 38 points now by Jones and 17 rebounds, and all of their starters have scored double digits, unlike Chicago's. Lead is still 10 points, 123 to 113, 2:07 to go. 20 points now from Hatsuredas, Siendao, 25 fouls for Clemenson, along with his 18 points and 12 rebounds. 1 minute 30 to go, and the lead stays a double-digit one. .36 seconds to go, and it's most likely all over. Washington bench is on the floor. Chicago still trying. 15 seconds to go, but the Monuments overcome the Whirlwinds and win their first championships since 2031. So since in 28 seasons. Yeah, Xiandao is still in the league. It feels like he's 50, just because he won his first title when he was like 22. But yeah, Alexander Jones, most likely the finals MVP, game score of 40 in game 6 this time on. Congrats to Tim, congrats to Pod, really. I mean, 5 finals in a row. Almost had that 5th title in a row, but it was close. It was close. Yeah, I had a rough stretch activity because summertime. I got a lot more busy at work. Then I broke my toe. But I did manage to make a bunch of scripts to make things easier for us, so we don't have to do things manually anymore. Besides free agency, which should take like a month or 2, hopefully, to also stop doing manually. We'll see. Anyways, draft lottery. First, take a screenshot of the playoffs. There we go. So in the final decade, 5 number 1 seeds have won the title, and of those 5, 4 was Chicago. Pretty crazy. Washington with their 4th championship. First since 2031, I believe. I said already, yes. And that Josh Thompson, Finals MVP. Let's see who retired. And Sean is gone. 4 Hall of Famers. Bandera is gone. Bruno Abega gone. And Lance Albegovic retiring on New York. Tragic, indeed. He has, after playing 1,642 games, I believe. 41. Damn. I misremembered. Jalen Ford is also gone. Timo Cruz, probably gonna have his number retired by Philadelphia. It's close. Slightly less than 800 games. But he's a lifer, so we'll see. Casperson out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. His brother, yeah, he's still playing on New Orleans, indeed. So Alexander Jones wins the final MVP award, 23, 13, and 1 average. Oh, I forgot we had semifinals MVPs. So that was Alexander Jones and actually Vegard Clemenson for Chicago, averaging 15, 17, and 3. Right. The lottery hype begins. No, I'm just happy for Washington. Anyways, draft lottery. Let's move to the champs. So, any predictions on these picks? Chicago has swap rights on Miami's first, but they're not in the lottery. All right, let's begin. So, New Orleans not jumping. Would be amazing breeze, but sadly not happening. Los Angeles has Seattle's pick, and New York doesn't have their own, sadly. Pick number 7 goes to Dallas. The Snipers get number 7, which means Los Angeles, with a semifinals appearance, also gets into the top 4 in the draft lottery. Pick number 6 Will it go to Sacramento, or will they have also jumped into the top 4? And Sacramento is in the top 4. Yes. And Brooklyn, yeah, I gave Brooklyn to my real life friend, but we'll see how invested he is in the league. Might have to fire him if he doesn't care. If they get number 1. The Mounties get pick number 5. After Hours on vacation right now. Disappointed. Hawaii in the top 4 along with Brooklyn, Sacramento, and Los Angeles. So number 4 will be going to the Bagels, right? Brooklyn gets pick number 4, which means LA and Sacramento jumping to the top 3. Hawaii, the most natural choice, as they were the 3rd worst team, but they also, I feel like Hawaii deserves the number 1 pick. They've never won the draft lottery, never made the finals. They need a good player, good prospect, difference maker. Will they have it? Los Angeles gets pick number 3, which means Sacramento is in the top 2 along with Hawaii. Now, I think neither Sacramento nor Hawaii had a number 1 pick before. And number 1 goes to Sacramento. Congratulations to Nuz. And congratulations to Hawaii, as well as Los Angeles. I mean, they jumped into the top 3. So, yeah. The Gold Rush get number 1. Gets Moravec in durable, although wasn't the manager of New York. Who's the top rookie? I honestly have no idea. Elliot Cesar.